Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's evening show. My name is CHUKS and your GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time when you see our program, for you they bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I almost start tonight's evening show. So make I put a disclaimer, tonight's show is going to be very long, bro. So make I just bear with me. There are so many things to unpack here. So we'll start with Pep Guardiola press conference because I actually watched his press conference. I read the transcript. So Pep, he talked so many things about this match. In fact, a sizable portion of his press conference was dedicated to Arsenal. They asked him so many Arsenal-related questions, and I'm here to give all of you. Now, on the threats, even Sky Sports self carried this one as an exclusive story. On the threats, wey Arsenal get, the ways wey Arsenal go fit beat Manchester City. Pep come dey talk say Arsenal are faster than us. Arsenal are taller than us. See, that's a threat when it comes to set pieces. You get, and when you look at Sky Sports, the story what I see them put out exclusively on this thing, they're going to look at Manchester City versus Arsenal. Pep Guardiola talks of Arsenal attacking threats, and even before this one, I think it was yesterday or in the morning where I shown us some slides where Sky Sports gone. They do an in-depth analysis on the various ways where Arsenal fit enter Man City and this area threats. Now, one of the ways, and remember, Atalanta talk say arguably we have the tallest team in this EPL. In fact, when you look at our back line, everybody tall, excluding Timber. But if you say Timber, no, they maybe na Calafiori, they everywhere for stew. Look at our attack. Havertz is there to give us the option of going long. Look at the midfield. Declan Rice self, he did very, very tall. If you say Merino don't they involved now, imagine a team maybe say the backline Calafiori did there. Look at the midfield. Maybe you are looking at Declan Rice and Merino, Odegaard no tall. But those two alone, out to everybody, we are looking at 6 foot Kiniko inches, 6 foot Kiniko inches, everybody tall. And that was how we were able to dispatch Tottenham Hotspur. So set piece na part of game. Cast your mind back before the era of Arteta. When you talk about set piece, you don't ever see Arsenal as a threat compared to now. In fact, with the thank Nicolas Jova, say, okay, you are the set piece coach, you've made all these things happen, and not really only the attacking side of things. Look at the defensive side of things too. When was the last time somebody scored a cross and not against us? So maybe they won't play corner now. They can't score Arsenal. In fact, I can tell you for free, say now, if they give opponents corner, say they won't play the corner, I know they even fear whether they go fit score. But you know how confident me I don't know you, but say maybe corner or maybe all those kind of free kick where we say they go wine and mental, or maybe opposition won't do square play. I know they really fear. Like my mindset now, if Magalhaes no know that, Saliba go know that. If you no know that, Raya will come as a catcher. Now my mindset be that for you to know say that our defense they get weaknesses, so they fit get, but they very, very minimal. You know, they like something we say we go the reason. Now, Declan Rice, come aside, when they do an interview, when they talk about your own experience with our Champions League game with Atalanta. So give me sports carry the story. Declan Rice, when they explain, say this Atalanta will we play. So we never really play a team like that. Like we know they play teams like that in the EPL, because when you look at the headline, they say where Arsenal marked and chased out of the game against Atalanta. Now, Declan Rice, see that quote beneath the headline. He said, in the Premier League, we don't play teams like Atalanta. They defend man-to-man all over the field. The central defender chases you all the way to your own penalty area. When I read this, I just bust laugh, say, their own central defenders go chase you all the way to your own penalty area. And this goes to what I was talking about, say, this Atalanta now a very, very good side. And Arteta mentioned this thing, say, this tie is a tricky tie because this is a team you are not used to playing. In fact, I can tell you for free, say, what's in the Declan they talk? The Atalanta players self go to talk the same thing because when was the last time they had a game where people like Lookman was kept quiet? When was the last time they had a game like that? Them say never experienced Arsenal, just like Arsenal never experienced it. So the opinion they mutual now, the experience good now mutual understanding. Like they say we say, we don't play this kind of thing. We say just keep us quiet. Look, man, how fun! I want to see you for the game. What's happen? As they go to talk down for dressing room, that's what we say. Go to talk about and say, I don't know. This is one wrong key meal. Get so by the end of the day, we share the spoils. They take their own points. We self would take our own points. Even self their own coach Gasperini after the match. But back on come and second they explain say Raya is a cat. Because I watched the interview from Etihad TV. He said Raya is a cat. Say the way the guy they dive, The way the guy did, like, you don't watch tapes of Raya. Say, okay, this keeper in they make a marvelous saves. Say the first save for that penalty, when catch up a normal, anybody can guess right and follow the boat. The rebound, say that rebound often. Say the rebound bust him. Say you catch this one. You see them for ground. They don't know that. You see stand up, dive. No. Say that guy is a cat. And at the same way, which person, Aston Villa, Emery, themselves, they actually talk, say, okay, this guy, this and that. Now, remember Sutton talk, say, I watched the press conference ahead of the match against Man City, where Pep do. And I talk, say, a sizable portion of that match, of that press conference, is Arsenal related. Now, they ask Pep about updates on Kevin De Bruyne based on the match we go play. So Babaka Lito say Kevin De Bruyne could play a part of that game. Now, is this mind game? We don't really know. He say the guy he's getting better. Like as of today, say don't feel better. But they are going to leave it for one more training session, which is tomorrow. Say after tomorrow's training, then they will see whether he go involve or he no go involve. The interviewer can't give him a follow-up question. Say, does that mean he could play a part? Pep say yes, he could. He could. Well, the possibility of that he could is there, but the probability of that actually happening, Baba, is low. Is low because I don't think they want to even risk him to aggravated. Because once they risk him, because it's going to be a high intensity game, we will not go hungry for them. They're not go hungry for us. You get so they run the risk of aggravating whatever it is because according to what we are hearing, he has a groin injury. So I don't know whether they would like to risk him or not, but that's their own prerogative. That's their own cup of rice. At the same time, they ask Pep on how important this game did. Pep going to explain, say, the truth is, this game don't really get that much importance. That just the media hype and everything, because this is a game where they come too early. You get so as this game they come too early, then you don't really get any strong to say. The one way go really get a very, very strong importance. Now the return leg. The return leg fee don't enter when we say the title race on the hot. So that one will really, really get strong importance on how the season will end. But this particular one, just like I think who mentioned it, I think it was Saliba that mentioned it in the morning. So regardless of who wins today game, so you don't get any really importance because it just now just we see it'll be week 5, so it's still early now, early days. So may nobody really can look like say like put pressure on both teams to come scatter everything. Now Pep can also talk about Arsenal. They ask him say how you take see Arsenal in the way they are growing. He say Arsenal every season they are becoming stronger. You get say that they very, very strong. They can't ask me follow up because it's okay. Now when you talk say Arsenal become stronger, what will be that thing where you see for Arsenal will make you feel say this team they very, very good or say that they very, very strong. So Babaka talk say I think they like this now for him. Say he no go talk because if he talk now, they go say na mind game. Say they always see all that thing. If he talk anything now, say what he see for Arsenal because if he comes out now, starts praising maybe Martinelli or praising Odegaard or praising maybe Declan Rice or maybe Calafiori or Timber, they go say see mind game. Say for that reason, he no go talk. The interviewer can do follow up. Say play the mind game. Don't really play. I say no, I don't want to play any mind game yet. I don't want to talk anything. They go talk say na Pep, not actually soccer. Now on waiting Rodri talk last season, they come ask Pep that question. Say this. Remember, say Rodri talk. Say Arsenal came to the Etihad. Arsenal were willing to settle for a draw. Rodri now said Arsenal don't have that winning mentality. They come ask him, do you subscribe to the line of thought of Rodri? Pep said no. Pep nodding head say no. So Rodri don't know what in they talk because there is no way you say a team that finished second back to back, they close the gap on us, don't have that winning mentality. A team that played the second half of the season, about 18 games, they won 16, lost 1 and drew 1. This season, in fact, in 2024, Arsenal have the best away record. The first 5 games where they don't play this season, they've kept 4 clean sheets and just conceded 1 goal. And that 1 goal said in controversial circumstances. And you are saying that team don't have the mental capacity, they don't have the mental acuity. I'm not saying no, saying in disagree 100%. I think they talk, I got the smile. I say yes. This man they try to reduce the damage, like he's doing damage control because he knows say that statement. Now one of the things if he come back to bite them because if Arsenal go there and I can't go win, the media are going to go back to waiting Rodri. If I give you a perfect scenario, remember I think it was last season or last 2 seasons, I can't remember. Please let me know in the comment section. When Manchester City wanted to play Wolves, Pep, they ask him about one player of Wolves, Chan. Pep say he don't really know the guy. And surprisingly, that guy can't score the winning goal against them. For the media setting, for the post-match press conference, because they ask and say, do you now know him? Even I think it was Gary O'Neill then, who was the coach also, he was saying, I believe now Pep will know who Chan is, because that thing really motivates Chan to perform against Man City. Like when Pep, a renowned coach, come on and say, I don't know this guy, who is he? I know Pedro Neto, but Chan, me, I don't know you, I know other people. So that one spawned the guy. So when you look at the context of what Rodri they talk about this match, Pep they try to reduce this. I don't mind Rodri. That's when they talk, follow. At the same time, they're going to ask Pep about Sterling. So Sterling is coming to the Etihad wearing a different color, playing for Arsenal. Now, they represent Arsenal. How you feel? Pep say for him, he will prefer me Sterling not even play the game. Because if Sterling play, Sterling might be forced to perform. And remember I said this in the morning, say Sterling might have extra motivation to actually play against Manchester City. But at the end of the day, Babaka said, well, you know what made the guy even play. Now, away from Pep Guardiola press conference on things really related to Arsenal, Chris Sutton come and second to talk about this game where Arsenal will play at the Etihad. You can see we're talking about fine margins. He's going to make his own bold prediction on how the match will go. So Chris Sutton actually thinks Manchester City will prevail against Arsenal. So he was discussing the clash between Man City and Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday, September 22. So he wrote in his BBC column, he said, Arsenal have got a lot of praise for the way they shut out Man City here for a draw last season, but they then lost the title. So we don't win the title when I just 2 points. Pep take pass us. Of course, that left them open to anyone who wanted to be captain. Hindsight, like I did when I turned the results around and used it to question the Gunners. Yes, that criticism was harsh, but we're talking about the fine margins between finishing first and second. Inter Milan showed on Wednesday that you can hurt Manchester City at the same time as keeping them quiet, as they were very, very brave with the way they were playing out. They surprised me actually because they beat City's press easily. And that's what Arsenal will try to also do, to beat this Manchester City press. Also, he can add, say, I don't like to back Arsenal because no, I don't like to back against Arsenal because defensively they are so strong. They have also won all but one of their 11 away Premier League games in 2024, which is huge. Then the exception be that they drew at the Etihad in March and have kept 9 clean sheets. That is incredible. And if they wanted to, they could cause Man City problems on their counter-attack the same way Inter Milan did. That is why in the morning, I tell Natok, say, you know, go expect us to go Etihad, go there proactive. When you go there and play on the counter-attack, you are going to be reactive, just like Inter Milan did. In fact, Inter Milan played a 5-3-2 formation. I check them, I watch them for BT Sport. I watch them live. They played a 5-3-2 formation, make sure that there were no spaces for Manchester City to exploit. So I believe that the same thing Arsenal will go do there. But we, now normal 4-4-2, be our own defensive shape. Now what we will go do? He said, I was at the game and thought City were well below their best. Elialan was quiet and Kevin De Bruyne might not be fit to face the Gunners after getting injured before halftime. Still, it's almost 2 years since City. See, the last time Manchester City lost at the Etihad, for those who know they are aware, was in 2022. And the last team that beat them there was Brentford, 2-1. Ivan Toney scored 9 minutes goal. I still remember them vividly from my head. Since that time, November 2022, nobody, I repeat, nobody don't ever beat Manchester City. So this thing why they lay down for you now, think of it as if you are an Arsenal player. You are going to a ground that has a very, very high fear factor, a ground that is the real formidable ground, a ground where we say people when they go there, their mindset most of the time not to settle for a draw. It is either you are drawing or either you are getting beaten. Nobody they really go there, they get that 100% confidence and say, I won't go win. That is a place we are going on Sunday. If you were Arteta, that's why I'd like to put on our shoes for Arteta. If you are Arteta, for those that say we must go there and win, we must go there and win. With all the statistics that I'm giving you, all this historical data, if you were Arteta, would you go there to go and get a win? Think about this logically. You'll not use emotions, answer. If you were Arsenal, looking at these statistics, that majority of the teams that come here get beaten. The last time they lost was November 2022. Sure, you go talk to them, we could go there and set up proactively. We could go match them fire for fire. We could go try to dominate them. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section because this is our reality. So that is why they tell you, say, we are going to go there and do what Inter Milan did. In fact, getting a draw would be the best thing that would happen, because getting the win there, it go hard. If for someone match them fire for fire, we will leave a lot of spaces for them to exploit. And mind you, our captain is not, they know what they got to marshal us, to give us that defense splitting passes. Man City are going to be having Bernardo Silva. That is a creative outlet. Man City are going to be having Ike Gundogan. That is another creative outlet. Man City are going to be having Phil Foden, who was the best player of the season last season. They don't sell all this thing for markets. So if you were Arteta, how you go to navigate them? That one is the question why they ask. In fact, I believe we're supposed to even do another show, you get, maybe tomorrow, on this question. Say, how you go take approach this Man City game? If you be Arteta, I go ask you. Now, moving away from that, so people like Gary Neville, come as I can claim, say, Mikel Arteta's Arsenal will be forgotten if they actually fail to win the Premier League. As in they insist, say, this team must prove that they can take out Man City ahead of Sunday's showpiece. Me, I don't like all this undue pressure where Gary Neville they put on our player. You can still win the league even if you don't beat them for the Etihad. That's the honest truth. Man City will win the league last season. They beat us. Oh man, anyway. They beat us. We beat them for our own home. We draw for their own home. They still win the league. So it's not really about what happens at the Etihad. It's about what happens to the remaining 36 games. Man City game is just 2 home and away. So now doing me at the same, but further down when you read the entirety of the report put out by the Daily Mail on waiting people like Gary Neville they talk, you can talk say if this superb Arsenal team doesn't win the Premier League or the Champions League, they can forget about going down in history as one of the best teams to get. Now, further down the report, because the report is long, small, you can say no one will fondly recall the magnificence of William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes at the back, the brilliance of Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice, David Raya's extraordinary saves, or the incision of Bukayo Saka up front. There will be no Netflix documentaries. There will be no feted. They will never be feted or admired. They will be discussed or dismissed as merely men. He added, history is unforgiving of those who just fall short, and that's why for all the excellent work that they've done the past 2 years, they see a step to take. We are too early in the season to describe Sunday's clash with Man City as the title decider. Thank you. You know that it is too early to term it as the title decider. Yes, you are forcing them to go there and go and open their nyash. Make Man City lick like a pot of soup. If you don't say if you go there, go say you won't go manage your 5 for 5, you stand the risk of chopping 5-0 or 4-0. At the same time, there's also the risk of you winning. But the risk of losing outweighs the risk of winning. So you need to look at the scales of how you go to approach them. And at the end of the day, I said it in the morning, choose your battles carefully. It don't be like David and Goliath, but not just because the miracle God do, David be Goliath. Under normal circumstances, Goliath will scatter in head. So we need to know what will they do here. Now, away from that Gary Neville issue, so the Mirror, according to Alan Shearer, them come as they make their Alan Shearer make your own prediction for the match you want play against Man City. He made some good points. So Alan Shearer talks, okay, he reckons this weekend Premier League title showdown between Man City and Arsenal is too close to call. Like, it's too close. Now the champions will host Arsenal on Sunday. Make a not too waste time on this report. Now on the second one, they say if you offered Arsenal the option to go to Etihad and get the points like they did last year, they will snap your hands off and take it. They don't need to go there and win. Ajay, Baba, they talk my mind. Arsenal don't need to go to the Etihad to win, Baba. A draw is okay. This is not be rocket science. Because if you go there, you are playing against a team that is better than you. Let's call a spade a spade. You know what it means? Say the only time we don't lose, the last time they lose now 2022. See, now which year we did? How many teams they don't play for that place? People they go there, go settle for a draw. You got the same we'll go there. So Master fans they say, let's go there, we can beat them, we can shake it. Arteta is a baby coach, you can go there. When I read all those kind of comments, I just laugh. People like say never know where they go. Now, church on paper. When match starts, you go see say the intensity mad. It go hard for you. Now, further down, Babakar say Arsenal are great at defending, and I do believe they got the best back four in the Premier League as a unit with their organization and with the protection that they get in front too. In William Saliba, you have a very good defender. There's no doubts about that. And Saliba versus Haaland is one of the battles I'm really looking forward to watching. You've got one of it, if not the best center. Okay, see now, you've got one of, if not the best center forward in the game, and you've got one of, if not the best center defense or defender in the game. Two of them will meet now. So it is the battle everybody wants to see. But I think this battle don't happen many times, and Saliba came out on top many times. Even when two of them go, body check themselves, and never give me for grand. I don't see that battle many times. So I don't think it's going to be something different. Now, away from that, so Jamie Carragher can they name the Premier League centre back pairing that could become the greatest of all time, and he got fans talking. Now he was talking about Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. Say the way that they play, he gets. Say at the end of the day, they might be the best, but to be the best, they may need to do something. Let's say Arsenal's William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes are on the threshold of joining elite company, provided they stay together. We will eventually reference Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes in the same breath as the two standard partnership of my generation. Chelsea's John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho, and Manchester United's Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic. However, the pundits pointed out that the one thing the Arsenal duo must do, if they must be, or if they are to be regarded as one of the best centre-back pairings of all time, Arsenal must win the Premier League or Champions League for the duo to establish themselves in the Hall of Fame, as they are making giant strides and are the biggest reason why Mikel Arteta's side can travel to Manchester City with confidence. Yes, that is true. I don't think you get anybody who would argue within Carragher talk there. We need to win something. Now, Give Me Sports going to do an exclusive story on Gabriel Jesus missing out in the starting 11 against Manchester City. Now, their argument is the fact that Arteta played Gabriel Jesus as top 9 against Atalanta. Kai Havertz can come from midfield. Are we going to see a semblance of that against Manchester City? Then they say no. Say Gabriel Jesus is expected to miss out on the game against Manchester City, like he would be for bench. Now, further down, they can put out a statistics. Can they compare on average 90 minutes of Gabriel Jesus and 90 minutes of Kai Havertz? When you look at these statistics, this data in front of you, Gabriel Jesus beats Kai Havertz hands down. But the sad part, they say in reality, this is not true. Because Kai Havertz has better numbers. In reality, what will they see compared to this? But how is this statistical data better? Like, look at what we are seeing on the screen. They say shot creating actions. Gabriel Jesus has 3.58, Havertz has 2.91. Shots, who they wipe shots. Gabriel Jesus has 3.28, Kai Havertz has 2.40. Key passes. Jesus has 1.46, Havertz 1.29. Shots on targets. Jesus has 1.37, Havertz 1.03. Goals. Jesus gets 0.51, Havertz 0.34. Assists. Like, at the end of the day, if they ask you, who you go like making stats for us, Gabriel Jesus or Kai Havertz, everybody or majority go choose Kai Havertz because the numbers, how many goals they don't score, when they play, the draws and everything. So, but how did they skew this statistical data to favor Gabriel Jesus? I don't really understand again because it's in the like I don't understand. Can somebody please explain this thing to me in the comment section? Like I don't really know how they got that stats from. Where Gabriel Jesus did better than Havertz in all ramifications. But if from inside match, we know they see this better. These things will make Gabriel Jesus do better than Havertz. It could be true. Don't get me wrong. This is an example of sometimes where they say statistics don't tell the true nature of what happened in a match. You say if you see statistics, you see this one get 90% ball possession, this one don't get anything, this one get 1 million shots, this one don't get anything. At the end of the day, this team can't beat them. But for say you watch the match, you gonna say this team actually did better than this one. But how does somebody get better stats? So when I saw that thing, I said no, let me go see him. I need to show now. On what Arteta said ahead of the match you're going to play against Manchester City. Arteta said do your own press conference. As I watch Man City own, I watch Arteta own. So I'm going to give you the transcript. Now, on switching our attention to Sunday and fresh injury concerns, Arteta going to explain, say for now, we don't really get any injury matter. Say after the Atalanta match, what we need to do now is to recover, to sleep, to eat well, and everyone is looking forward to the match. We know what it means to us and our fan base. We know what we are fighting for, and it's a great opportunity for the team to know what we are capable of. And for those who know they are aware, we only have 3,000 fans. We go travel to Manchester City, go support us, and then they get thousands of their own fans. So say go be very, very easy get. So if we score, it will help us quieten their own fans down. So now it be now on Odegaard's updates. Remember, I told you before. Say when I think it was the Metro or the Mirror, when they say Odegaard go out for 8 weeks, I say Arsenal and Arteta never talk their own. So that time frame, I don't know where they get them from. They call they ask Arteta today. Arteta when they explain, say yes, for Odegaard, we need to see the development in the next week or so. How the ankle is going to react, first of all, and then the staff will give me an update on the time frame and how long he will be out for, which means Arsenal themselves never even know how long he's going to be out for. But the Mirror and the Metro, they're saying go they out for 8 weeks. In fact, they don't already calculate how many games Odegaard will miss. So we'll just be very, very patient to see what them Arteta and Arsenal go. Maybe at the end of the day, whatever they find out, they will let us know in the public domain. I think that's good now. We'll wait more here from them and see what they get to talk. Now, on Manchester City's extra day of recovery and whether that gives them an advantage, I think I said, see, we wanted the same as them, but we are not getting it. So we have to adapt and make the most of the time that we have today and tomorrow to do our training. Let me at the time and say, we don't play on Thursday, don't come back on Friday. And I just Saturday, they get to train. You get after that, then nothing again. And Sunday morning, they go travel. And a bus, they go enter. Okay, so when the time when they train again, so it's just unfortunate. At the end of the day, I think I said we'll try to prepare in the best way to go there and win the game. In fact, they asked Pep this question, but I don't mention now. They asked Pep, say, people they talk, say, when I get extra days of rest, and Arsenal no get up. You know what Pep talk? Pep no deny. Say they get advantage or they get leverage. Pep say, if not like that, she make I mention how many times we self would get short days of rest when we go play our own opposition. That's what he said. Go and watch the video. He said, if not like that, people they complain. Say, Winko, how many times will they suffer that kind of thing? Ojoro cancel Ojoro now. Maybe we self enjoy them today. That's the narrative. That's what people are saying. And really, you don't blame me because it is what it is. Yes. He favor you today, tomorrow if he no favor you. Some days go around themselves where we say this kind of thing favor Arsenal. So it's part of the game. Not be everything you go come and they cry for social media. But more no use them as excuse, yeah, because if we go lose that, we say, we didn't rest. How many training did we do? The players were jet lag, the players were fatigued, but away from that, yeah. Now they're going to ask Arteta on how busy our week is. In fact, I never really reason them this way Arteta reason them. Do you know if we play Man City, it will be so we don't play 3 tough away games in 6 days? Chew on that. Just chew on that information. We play Spurs, we travel to Atalanta, we travel come back. Now we go play Manchester City. In 6 days, we played against 3 very, very good sides. We drew the first one, we drew the second one. The third one, we never know what will happen. What the possible outcome will be, I don't really know. Now, Arteta can explain, say, yeah, we've been preparing for this since preseason. Obviously, we knew the schedule and we knew that it would be extremely rare to play in these conditions with 3 massive away games in 6 days. But it was what it was. So we are prepared for that, both physically, mentally, and tactically. We are making sure that everybody's ready for it because we are going to need them, especially with the injuries that we've had from the international break. And to cap it all off, you can't go for a grand day. We say these people never lose since 2020. Do you know how this thing they affects players mentally and psychologically? Like you go a ground where you know say then this one they know they lose. Like you know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like do you know how big this is? You are going to somewhere you know that place has a fear factor. They don't lose easily. Like the Lions Den, they go Lions Den and a stick you get. Don't say you get gone. And you know the lion is very ferocious and hungry, but people expect you to kill that lion. You know easy. So sometimes when they say baby coach, cut this manager some slack. You know easy. Ajay. Now on our women's team, so some of you may not be aware that on Sunday, Arsenal women will host Manchester City women for the Emirates Stadium. Now Manchester City men will host Arsenal men for the Etihad. This is I don't know what nature is trying to do here. Like I don't know. Is this a sign that Arsenal women will beat Man City women and the Arsenal men will beat Man City men? Like I don't understand. But we'll just see how it goes. Even Arteta said they talk about and say we are very, very happy for the Arsenal women because they're going to be making the Emirates Stadium their home this season. And in fact, for now, Arsenal women don't already sell about 40,000 tickets for that game, which is huge for female football, which is huge. And I don't know, Arsenal former best player Medima is signed for Man City women. So I'm not gonna know that she go play against Arsenal women. Like, and her girlfriend or her wife, because her girl, she's the married woman, her wife, they play for Arsenal. Like, and two of them they live for the same house. Like, I don't really know how it go be, but I would like to watch that game. I will check the time. If you don't go clash with our own men time, I would like to see the game. Like I see how that match will be. So, my dear Arsenal lovers, the biggest news of the night is the fact that Pep Guardiola, they talk about how Arsenal threats be to them, how Arsenal can actually beat them, that Arsenal are faster, Arsenal are taller, and that is a very, very big threat. Arsenal are good with set pieces. So instead of telling boys, say, now guys, be very careful of that. Gabriel Morales and Saliba, all these guys, they're very, very tall. But it is what it is. Tomorrow, We'll see how the match will go. Come on, don't tire. All right, so I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. So it's like come your way tomorrow morning to give you the morning show, morning news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Now, good night and on a game out. All right, guys, my people. Bye bye.